Hey guys, Chris and Jake here from Undiscovered Realm, and today we are reviewing the brand new Funko board game, Back to the Future, Back in Time.
Yeah, so Funko is releasing a bunch of board games over the next couple months. This is the first one that's come out. They, if you weren't aware, they bought a company called Prospero Hall. Back at Toy Fair in March, before the whole world went crazy, we were lucky enough to get a sneak peek behind the scenes of some of the new games coming out. They showed us how to play some of them, and we got a chance to get a sneak peek so we could put some orders in ahead of time. So this is the first one coming out. They also have a bunch of great stuff coming out, like Haunted Mansion and a ton of other really cool properties that tie in. I think it's a really great idea for Funko to do this because these aren't just like gimmicky games like the Funkoverse stuff. These are real board games developed by a real board game company. But since Funko has all these licenses already, they can just use them for really cool tie-ins, which the board game company never would have been able to afford. So it's really like a match made in heaven. So we're going to check this out. We'll do an unboxing and then we'll play the game and let you know what we think. But we're going to definitely be doing some more unboxings in the future with the other games as they come out. So be sure to leave a comment and let us know what you're looking forward to seeing. And we'll hopefully get to do it for you.
All right, for now, let's get into the game.
We got everything out. It's a little more complicated than I think it actually will play as, but explaining everything's a little rough. But this is basically how you start it up. Comes with a nice instruction manual, which is the comic book from the movie, which is a nice little touch. Nice little clock tower to set up here, if you can't see. So basically, you're going to put Biff at the clock tower. You're going to put whoever you're playing with in town square. So we're currently playing with Jennifer, Marty, and Doc. There's also an Einstein if you're playing 4 players. They could have done a little more. I get like the retro vibe with the little figures, but it would have been cool if they had like something a little more high quality, like the DeLorean. It's a little plastic car, but it's cool. So anyway, you do that. This right here is the movement tracker. If you get to the end and everything's not in place, George and Lorraine need to be in love, and the DeLorean needs to be ready once you get to there, or the game's over. Also over here is the picture from the movie. And throughout the game, challenges can happen where they flip over and start to disappear, just like in the movie. And if they all disappear before the game ends, it's done. Everybody plays as a team, so we're all trying to get everything ready before the end of the game. So you win or you lose together. There's no individualism. These are the cards. Marty, Doc, Jennifer, and again, there's one for Einstein. Each person has like a special set of skills. So like Doc can roll 2 tiles that get the DeLorean ready. Marty can fight Biff 2 times. Jennifer has more love on her thing, and so on and so forth. Then there's just a bunch of tiles. The trouble tiles, trouble cards, which let you, not let you, but let Biff interact with the game board. You can also fight Biff. If you win, you can stun him, which stops him from moving for however many turns, which helps you. This is the love meter. They need to be in love when you get to the end, like we said. And then just random other cards, movement cards, opportunity cards. And then scattered around the board are the different pieces for the DeLorean you need to get. And that's basically it. George and Lorraine start at their houses. Biff starts in the clock tower. Oh, yeah. And there's all these different dice. Again, these are used for different features of the game, whether it's the love or getting the DeLorean ready, fighting Biff, movement, and so on. Depending on which thing you activate, that's what you're going to roll. Yeah. Basically, the idea is you got to get George and Lorraine together, get them to fall in love, move the DeLorean, get all the pieces, and have everything ready for when you get to 10:04 p.m. when the lightning strikes at the clock tower. You can also use some of your movement tiles on other people's turns to help them win challenges and stuff like that, but then it exhausts your tiles. So you can't use them on your turn. So there's some strategy to it as well. It's not just random moving around.
I also think you need to be in the same square as that person in order to team up with them.
Yeah, you do. So you need to be there. So there's some thought to that too, that you want to try and stick together. But, like there's special abilities like on Marty's turn, he can move Lorraine 2 spaces towards him. Doc can once a turn move to the DeLorean. Jennifer can once a turn move Marty, Doc, or Einstein up to 2 spaces towards her. And then Einstein, once per turn, if Biff is within one space of Einstein, you can move Biff up to 2 spaces, I guess, away from you. So, you know, there's some strategy, and there's actually probably some strategy to which guys you play with, or girls, in order to have a good balance, you know, in order to move everybody properly. So anyway, we're going to do a quick trial run, learn how to play the game, and then we're going to come back and back in time, and we're going to play through and record it so everyone can watch the game. So we'll see you in a minute.
All right, so we're back.
We
played a game, kind of got a feel for it.
We got our asses kicked.
Yeah, we lost pretty badly.
All of Marty's siblings and Marty dissolved, and they no longer exist. So we used the flux capacitor, and we're restarting the game.
Yep.
We learned a couple of things, though. You definitely need to keep Biff away from Lorraine and George, try to knock them out. And the power-ups, which we didn't put out here.
These power tiles here.
Yeah, the power tiles. No.
Well,
where's
those.
the...
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Opportunities.
Yeah.
So you start the game with 3 random opportunity cards on the board. You really need to focus on those at the beginning because they give you really powerful advantages that really are needed later in the game. Yep. We made the mistake of kind of ignoring them and paid the price. So definitely do that, and pay attention to the special abilities on the characters because they really are important. And yeah, keep your love meter high too.
Yeah, you're gonna get hit a lot. I mean, I know we basically had Biff close to either George or Lorraine the whole time, and that was kind of, you know, messing us up throughout the game. We were definitely losing a lot of love on the love meter there, and you know, obviously without that you're going to get hit a lot. So I would say also, like, the biggest thing, I know Chris kind of mentioned it already, was let's just try to get this love meter up. That's kind of my goal, because as soon as we get over 12 we're somewhat in the clear, because when you see the turn tracker here, we're going to have the like love meter checks, as you can see, like these little tiles here, which actually get a little bit more intense, where you see like towards the end of the game you're checking it twice, which kind of has double the effect. So basically when you're under 12 you get hit and one of your pieces flips over, so that'll end your game really quickly. So I think it's just important to get over 12 as soon as possible, and then also, like Chris mentioned again, do these opportunities so that we can get the power tiles and some of these multipliers and, you know, progress a little bit faster.
It's really important. We got them late in the game, and they really did help a lot, but it was too late. We were in bad shape already. All right, so let's do this.
Okay, I'm going to start first.
So
how do you want to start this?
We start the cube on turn. Also, you start your turn tracker based upon, see how it says 3 players. The turn order is slightly different based on however many people you have playing. So you just got to keep that in mind. So we're playing with 3 people right now. So we start here. So we first draw a trouble card, level 1.
Yep. Okay, so trouble card says gang smashes Doc's mailbox. We actually got this last time. So the effect is that each DeLorean part tile requires 1 extra knowledge symbol. So that's the green die. It's the flux capacitor on the green die.
Yeah, that's really annoying because we have to try to get these pieces in order, like we explained earlier. Yeah, so now they cost 1 more, so that's a big problem. So now we kind of have to go to Doc's house and try and get rid of this because it's going to cause us a lot of headaches.
It's going to go to Doc's house.
All right, now movement. All right, so now we draw the movement. So.
And the movement is a Biff.
Okay.
So now with that, the Biff tile is going to move 1 closer to either George or Lorraine. Usually throughout the game, he moves closer to whichever
one's closer, but if they're tied, he has to move towards Lorraine.
Yeah.
So you really, again, key is keep Biff away because it becomes a huge problem. All right, so now it's your turn. So what do you think we should do? I think you should definitely get George, move it to Lorraine's house because we have 2 things here we could try to hit at once.
Yeah, let's try to do that. Okay, so I'm going to move... Which one am I? Right here. I'm going to move... Well, first, let's flip over. I don't think we need the movement tile, so I'm going to do that. Pick up George, move here. So that's 1, 2, 3.
All right, so now they're together. So you can only do your love challenges to try to raise the love meter when they're together in the same spot and you're with them. So that's key.
Let's do that. I'm going to roll 2.
Well, remember, we can't try this without a love.
Yeah, but I can still do one. I can still do the green, the knowledge one.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So, you know, I mean, let's try to get, like I said,
we need to get the love up. So that's where some of the strategy comes in here, because stuff like this can really make a big difference where we, need to decide something. This game is a lot more strategic than I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
All right, so that's good. So these are the wild card symbols. So that can be used for whatever. So we resolve 2 love. So that moves up 2.
Yep.
That's great. I guess we want to try and resolve the green.
Okay, let's do that.
Do you want to use your blue to just
as an extra
amplify it? Might as well. What are you going to use it for?
I can use it. I don't know.
You're not really going to move.
Maybe we just save it, though, because either way, I need to get the knowledge or the lightning. But, like, let's just try.
Yeah, but what are you going to save it for? Because Biff is probably not going to be over here.
I can save
next.
it for one of your turns next time.
Yeah, but I would have to be with you, and Biff has to be over here. You're not going to be at Biff. So I think you should just use it as a wild card. We want to try and get this.
Okay.
Because if you hit a Biff on the green, then it's over.
Okay. So one more blue die. All right.
So we did it.
So that's fine.
So you meet Uncle Joey and receive 1 power card. So.
All right. 1 power tile, and the power tile is okay. So it's 1 wild card actually equals 2, which is
that's really strong.
That's really good.
So there, case in point, if we had that last game, that would have dramatically helped.
Yeah. I think that's why we got put in such a bad position early. We didn't really go for these challenges.
I guess you want to keep. Yeah, there's no reason for you to move right now. So
yeah.
Pass turn. So you can keep these up as well. Like he can use that to move 3 spaces, which is irrelevant right now. But if for some reason one of us ends up on the same spot as him, he can then use that to modify our rolls. So that definitely helps.
I can use my special ability if we need it. Do you think we need that now? I can move 2 spaces towards me. So that might actually help.
Yeah, you might as well. Let's just move Marty over.
Yeah, because that'll get some protection.
So yeah, that's Jennifer's special move. Once per turn, she can move Marty, Doc, or Einstein 2 spaces towards her. Yeah. So now at least I'll start my turn there. Although the movement card is going to scatter George and Lorraine probably, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So my space. They're back together.
Let's go.
With Marty.
Oh.
Okay. So, short of rolling a ton of Biffs, we shouldn't lose love.
No Biff. Please. Let's just move this DeLorean.
But wait, why are you not reset?
In order.
Did you help him? You helped him. So he needs to move 3 spaces here.
It doesn't matter. You have enough.
Well, I have to hit.
You have to hit all 3.
It's impossible.
Gotta go. It's not impossible. It's actually possible. Out of all the things in this game, this is actually possible.
I should have moved.
Roll 3. Wait, why?
We would have been in much better shape.
Wait a minute. If he was over there, why can't he call on me to help him out?
How? You're not with him.
I have remote control.
It's not your turn. We've been through this 100 times.
I can only use this on my turn?
Let's double check, but I'm pretty positive. Let's double check.
This is literally the whole game.
The thing is, I should have only moved it 2 and then stayed here. Because I could have used all my stuff to beef him up.
All right.
Moving out of that was a problem.
Let's see. Check the comic.
Item cards. On your turn. That would have been silly. God.
This fucking pressure. All this pressure.
This is it.
It's way too much pressure.
Hold on, let me just see one more thing.
It's looking like it's the roll. Let's not delay the inevitable.
Hold on. There's no other options here, right?
No, there's not.
He can move.
What are we gonna have move 6 spaces just for fun at the end?
Yeah.
Just roll the dice. Let's just get this over with.
Oh, Biff is here also. It's a double.
Oh wow.
Just trying to not cheat.
You're a bad cheater, cause.
I don't like this.
It's over.
Oh my god. Why?
So close. We were so close. This game's difficult.
I'm done with this video.
All right, so that's that. We played the game. It's very fun, but very difficult and frustrating. When you're reading the rules, it kind of feels overwhelming. Like, this game is very complicated. Once you play through it once, though, you realize it's not. And it's actually really fun, like I said. It is very difficult, though. We tried very hard. We got some really lucky rolls, and we still lost. But it came down to the wire, so it was tense. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I would say, like Chris said, very fun game. Definitely something you can play with the whole family.
That's true.
Don't get too thrown off by, you know, maybe how complicated it looks, because once you start playing and, you know, you just keep reading the rules, it gets simpler. And once you get everything down, like I said, super fun. I definitely would recommend it. And, you know, this is just one of a whole line of board games that Funko is looking to do, and that they are
not even looking to do. Yeah, they have a ton coming out for like from now until the end of the year. The Godzilla game is coming out any day now, which we'll have, and we'll put up a video playing that. And then the Haunted Mansion's coming out pretty much, you know, next after that, which we'll also have a video for. So some really cool properties, and I think they're cool. Definitely something you want for even just having in your collection. Like, honestly, even if I never played the game, I would have been happy to have just a Back to the Future board game. As you can see, I have all this stuff. So, and the other thing I really want to try is we played with 3 players. And as mentioned in the video, the turn order changes based on how many players you have. Yeah. So if you play with 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, it might be a completely different game. And we didn't play with Einstein, his special move is actually really strong. It moves Biff 2 spaces away from you. That might have been all the difference, you know, for the love counters and stuff like that. So I'm really curious to play it one more time with 4 players and try it out. And then I'm going to keep playing this till we at least beat it. Because, you know, that's frustrating. So, anyway.
Yeah, I guess before we go, we will have all of these on our website at undiscoveredrealm.com. This, as well as all the other board games that we mentioned, pre-orders for everything. Yeah. So definitely make sure you go check that out. We have a ton of board games, ton of pops, Warhammer, almost everything.
Yeah, every collectible. And we're constantly adding new stuff. Yeah. And definitely like, share, subscribe. Follow us at Undiscovered Realm on Facebook and on Instagram. And that's it. And please stay tuned for our next video.
All right, see you next time.